Hey guys, Cholera here bringing you the final match of Group E of the MSL. This is going to be C versus Stork. Whoever wins will advance to the round of 16. Whoever loses, well, we'll see you later. Ha ha ha, no pun intended actually. I think actually C has a very good chance of winning this map. This is Destination, a new map for the MSL. Two-player map, and it has a lot of bridges in the middle of the map. Thin bridges, there's a lot of ridges also, and there's all the expansions pretty much around the map are all on ramps. So it's going to benefit the Terran a lot in this matchup. He's going to be able to use tanks to at least divide the map and maybe push into Stork's territory. And it's going to be difficult for Stork to fight back against. So we might be seeing an earlier kind of cheese play from Stork here. He did manage to cheese C with a very nice proxy robotics facility in their game in the Group D of the OSL. And you know, C certainly didn't expect it at all. He was going for that standard Terran fast expand, and Stork pulled it off perfectly. We'll see if Stork decides to play a more standard long-term game, or if he decides to go for early cheese once again. Here is Stork in red at the 6 o'clock location, and here is C in green. There is C in green, rather, at the 11 o'clock location. C, you know, obviously a very talented Pro League player. This has been said so many times, but just not quite good enough in the individual leagues. And Stork is very, very good. C, the problem for C is getting into, say, the round of 8. The problem for Stork is winning the championship. Stork with 2 OSL silvers, 1 MSL silver, and 1 GOM TV silver, losing against players from the range of Flash to Jaedong to Bisu. Just, you know, just unfortunate for Stork, but you know, one of these days he will have his day. Every bird has his day. Every pterodactyl Protoss has his day, and we might be seeing something crazy on this map too. I mean, we might be seeing something like 2 base carriers. Who knows? We'll have to see. Stork definitely used that very well in his series against 4GG in the World Cyber Games. I love those 2 games. Do check them out. One of my favorite games from favorite series from the last few months. Stork and C going for standard openings here, getting their gas and their gateway and barracks. There is a luxury or Yarnak. Can't really tell from this shirt, but I'm going to guess that's actually luxury. I think that was luxury at least. It could have been C's brother, but I'm pretty sure it was luxury. I don't know. Well, whoever it is, it's got to be luxury. Just he looks weird without the colored hair or the colored long hair, rather. Luxury, of course, if that is luxury, is going to KTF, and his brother Yellow Arnak is staying on OGN Sparkies. So they're gonna be apart, the Blue League twins, and they might even face each other, you know, fairly often in the pro leagues. So we'll see how that affects each one's play. Personally, I think it's gonna help both of them. At least from what I've heard about identical twins, it's good to split them apart sometimes. You know, let one do damage somewhere and let the other one do damage other places. That's true for Zerglings too. The one zealot from Stork, actually, maybe he's going to try to force a probe into, or force a scout into C's base there. C going for that barracks, and C has only 1 SCV on gas, so C is going to be going for the fast expand. The last game on Medusa, he did try to go for that early drop, which really didn't work out for him very well. He really never pulled off a good drop on Cal. Cal is just way too prepared. Looks like Stork will manage to get, C will manage to get an SCV scout, and he's not going to see anything that special inside of Stork's base. Stork still needs to kill that SCV as soon as possible, though, so he can begin his tech tree, whatever direction he decides to tech. Here comes Stork with his zealot, though. He's going to push in, actually, and get an eyeful of whatever C's doing, and C's going to know that. He's going to know that C's going for that command center. That is most likely what's being constructed there. Yeah, so he's going to know the fast expand is what C's choosing to do. We'll see what Stork decides to choose to do right now. C is not the kind of player who would cancel the command center and put down 2 more factories, although that would be funny to watch. Certainly, and you know, that would really throw Stork off, but I think actually the timing is wrong for that at this point. So we'll see what he decides to do, and actually he's choosing to take an expansion of his own, so we're not going to see that early drop from Stork, and I actually worry a little bit for Stork, because this map, like I said, is, I think, very Terran biased. And it's going to be very hard for him to come out of this. Just check out the game between Flash and Bull T for an example of how Terran can just roll over Protoss in the mid game on this map. That was with my dual commentary with Louder, actually, and that's actually received a lot of positive feedback from viewers. So I will be trying to do more casts with him and other top-level players if they're willing to do casts with me, and I'm actually advertising a little bit about that. So if you are a top-level player and you want a chance to reach 3,000 fans instantly, let me know. Taking applications, but generally, yeah, I'm going to look for just players who are much, much better than us commentators, and I do think they have a lot to add to our commentary. Certainly, with Louder, I managed to learn a lot, and also hopefully you guys learned some things from Louder. I think he was very good at predicting builds, and certainly very good at telling us what he would do in certain situations, which to be honest, I mean, I love StarCraft. I've been watching it for years and years and playing it since it came out, but I'm just not at that technical level, and I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. Anyway, though, so we're seeing that SCV coming and getting another scout. That was actually very critical there from C. He knows that Stork is not going to have anything to, he's not going to have any kind of DT drop or fast Reaver drop, so he's going to be able to play a little safer, or not going to have to play it so safer either. He's not going to have to build all those turrets around his base and worry about it so much. We are seeing actually observers coming out now for Stork, definitely going for a long-term macro game here, and not going for that early win. So both players are going to be building up here at their natural expansions, getting up a couple of defenses here for C, and we're probably going to see a pretty withdrawn game for the next few minutes at least. By the way, I've received excellent answers to my last puzzler, Cholera's Puzzler number 4, which was, why is a battlecruiser so weak relative to other units? How come it only deals 25 damage, whereas tons of units do more damage more quickly than battlecruisers? And pretty much I've received, I would say, 3 good answers. The first good answer is that battlecruisers are merely command ships. That was the original answer, and that those lasers are mainly for dealing with sort of self-defense weapons. The second good answer I've gotten is that the battlecruiser is mainly for interstellar combat, and actually lasers are much more powerful in interstellar combat because all you have to do is break a small hole inside the armor of your opposing ships, of your opposing battlecruiser, and it'll create a vacuum. The vacuum of space will just suck everything out, and it'll just cause them to explode. So it's much more than 25 damage relatively. And the third good answer is that battlecruisers shoot from orbit. And hence, it's going to take a while. The lasers get weakened a lot by the long distances and by the air that separates the battlecruiser and the ground forces. Those are good explanations. I also heard that as Stark going from Stork, so Stork going for some interesting 2-base strategy here. We could be seeing 2-base carriers once again. I think it will be 2-base carriers, in fact, since we don't see a Templar Archives up. So this is going to be a pretty fast game from here on. And it's going to come down to whether C can scout this early enough. We still don't see an academy, so he's going to have no way of knowing this is coming. He's definitely expecting a ground push here, or anticipating or trying to set up for one, and we're going to see instead a Reaver drop into carriers here, almost certainly from Stork. Stork also going to pick up that third base on the right side there, getting a pylon wall, and we're probably going to see that fleet beacon coming down right about now. There's the fleet beacon. So yeah, another great answer I got for my puzzler number 4 was the fact that the Yamato cannon should actually be the strongest weapon, the main weapon of battlecruisers in interstellar combat. Here comes a drop, though. A couple of zealots going down, but they're not going to get anywhere. And that since interstellar combat comes across gigantic distances of millions of miles, or at least thousands of miles, you really don't have to shoot as often, and so you can get those Yamato cannons as your main attack. Yamatos are certainly very proportional to the cost, and they're definitely strong enough for anyone. You can't say they're weak. So those are good reasons. Another good side reason people are saying is the economics. The Terran Confederacy, which invented the battlecruisers, is not exactly technologically advanced of a society, and they certainly have a lot of internal rifts. So people are saying shoddy engineering, or just problems in general with the construction, and hence the lasers just don't have that much power, or just a weak power plant. Nice river drop there by Stork, and I'll just finish off